join in the singing of the lyric will. Others will respectfully listen to the college song, also referred to as the anthem of St. Thomas's College, Multivinia. And we will be provided a suitable musical accompaniment from no less than the Philharmonia Players. Yes, do be seated. And for some, I would need to say, forgive my back. But there's nothing I can do about it. That's the way I was built. We took a little while coming across from the Mount Lavinia Hotel. For obvious reasons, you know, we had to travel a little bit and get down from the upper deck to the lower level and find cars and so on. So we're sorry we're starting a little later than we originally anticipated. Now, what a splendid array of people here today. And I think the lyric of the college song indicates that there is a realm, old and young, a realm. I don't know where I belong, but old and young. Thank you. It takes one to recognize the other. And so saying, on that very subject, the oldest of the old Thomians in the room is here, 90 plus, Mr. Sam Vijayasinghe. And while some of us were dillying and dallying getting here, let me tell you that he was the first to get here. The first to get here, in keeping with that distinction of being the oldest of our community. And he was greeted by the prefects of the college who were in attendance as ushers and the band of those welcoming, and he met them all. And he also visited the old prefect's room, a little area that he was then and would like even now to be familiar with. So we're very happy to mention that he did a little tour as well. Now I'll say no more because we have all sorts of things organized, and one of the factors that are included in our program tonight are musical items and entertainment provided by some outstanding performers. And the first of them will take the stage and entertain you with the same song that marked the beginning of the tenure of Barack Obama at the White House 4 years ago. Now, Obama was not a Thomian. We're not really interested in all of that because he's a politician. But, there you are. So, please welcome Monique at last.
My love lonely days are over, and life is like a song. At last, the skies above are blue. My heart was wrapped up in clover. The night I looked at you, I found a dream that I could speak to, a dream that I can call my own. I found a thrill to press my cheek to, a thrill that I never call my own. And there you, and so the spell was cast, and here we are in heaven, 'cause you are mine at last. You and me at last. Thank you very much.
Thank you too, Monique. She's not a Tomian, but how good it is to hear her swelling voice. And now we have an opportunity to give some rationale to the evening, apart from the music and apart from incidental and maybe even stupid remarks from me. The All Boys Association have had a committee of people working very hard for the past 6 months or so, and working through the nitty as well as the gritty to make this event happen, and all in a mighty cause. So I'm delighted now to introduce and welcome on stage and to this lectern the chairman who served in the organizing committee for and on behalf and in tandem with the OBA, Mr. Ranganathan.
Your Lordship, Right Reverend Diloraj Kanagasabe, Bishop of Colombo, and Mrs. Kanagasabe, the Warden, Professor Indra D'Souza and Mrs. D'Souza, distinguished invitees, my fellow old boys, ladies and gentlemen. It is my privilege and pleasure to welcome all of you to this gala dinner, which is, as you know, one of the many events organized by the OBA for the purpose of generating funds for the new Commerce Block. Let me thank all of you for having so voluntarily participated in this event, as it is for a worthy cause. Organization of an event such as this requires one to face many challenges. As Arun mentioned, our intention was for the dinner to be held on the quadrangle. However, unpredictable weather patterns meant it was not to be, and hence required us to change the venue to the Assembly Hall. Many were the questions hurled at us. How to wear full suit and dine in the quadrangle, Machang, was one. Others said, my wife's high heels will sink in the quadrangle. While others inflicted a pun at me that I was looking for Martin, our chief cook of the hostel kitchen, during our time to be in charge of the dinner. Well, now you are in air-conditioned comfort, on firm ground, and catered to by the Mount Lavinia Hotel under the supervision of its executive chef, Indika Jayawardena, himself an old boy. My next challenge was to deliver the invitation to his lordship. I was cordially received by him, and once I had described the event in detail and explained that the warm-up would be at the Mount Lavinia Hotel, he breathed a sigh of relief. The theme for today's occasion, Spirits of Fire, unknown to me, had been quite a concern for his lordship, as it begged the question of what would be served at the dinner. My next challenge was to taste the food. Now my taste buds had stopped functioning during my days in the hostel with all the pulsam ball and paripu and beef curry. So I delegated the task to my good friend in the OBA, Mr. Dilshan Jasuria, whose hobby and pastime is tasting food. I think you will understand what I mean when you see him a little while later. The wives of the old boys who are present here today are a privileged lot, as you have been permitted to enter the hallowed precincts of this great school. I say so because the precincts that molded your life's partner, needless to say, should be hallowed to you. Some ladies may have visited this hall in their teenage years as members of the student Christian movement, or as members of their debating teams, at which time they would have no doubt cast their eyes on their pick as they surveyed the potential. The quadrangle is of special significance for us Thomians. I am sure we have in the audience today many old boys who measured the circumference of the quadrangle many a time, while others certainly have counted the number of blades of grass for sins committed. As for this hall, although many of you like me would not have gone up on stage on prize day, it will bring back memories of assemblies where we cheered our colleagues who went up on stage not only for academic achievement, but also for outstanding performance in the field of sport. Before I conclude, I wish to thank the members of the organizing committee individually for their untiring efforts to make today a reality. Dilshan Jasuria, Milinda Hettiarachi, Sudat and Sharon Jasundra, Roshan and Royce Vijayaratna, Raj Mohan, Dayanandan, Kumuduvarnakula Surya, Chintaka Mendis, and of course Arun Das Banda. You know, he was the same size when we were in school. No wonder he was called Alia. Only difference was that he was in a pair of shorts. Lakshman Sirivardhana, Lohan Gunavardhana, and last but not least, a special thank you to Takshila Galapatti, Assistant Director, Catering and Conventions at the Mount Lavinia Hotel, and an old boy of St. Thomas's College, Bandaravilla, for the sumptuous dinner you will soon partake. I also wish to remind you that our next event is a musical show